no power in the city. So, but anyway, that's not provocative, doesn't get the people going, so we keep it moving. Yeah. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to yet another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my expectations versus the reality that I got coming from university going to a workplace. I'm not sure if I've done like a similar video, but oh well, it is what it is. Whatever way, I will just pretend like I haven't. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like the video, please click on like so that the video could be recommended to other people who might also be interested in seeing the video. And if you have anything to comment on, please do comment. So let's get straight into it. So the expectation number one that I had coming from university, you know, when you're at university you build things that I'm not gonna say you build things that nobody knows, like that's bad, but like already like you accumulated so much knowledge and you know so many things that could be done, because I know that it honors some do AI and you know all those interesting things like robotics and all that stuff, but I didn't because I just have my undergrad degree. But it doesn't mean that if I want to do it I won't be able to do it. Just Google those things and then boom, you got your robot. Anyway, so coming from university, I thought that I was going to build robots, I was going to do Internet of Things, I'm going to build a fridge that talks, a car that talks, yada yada. Guess what the reality is? No, my darling, this is South okay? We're a developing country, right? We're like, why are we building robots? You know, like, come to think of it, I mean, knowing my expectations, but like coming back to the reality, like first of all, we don't have the simplest of things, which is like administrative systems, which calculating things and you know making lives simpler, or just to increase the efficiency of businesses. I mean, that's where we need to start. So imagine building a robot mara go funeral palace ha system keeping track of dead people, you know, it wouldn't make sense. So we started grassroots level, probably we're still going up there. There are people who are doing like such cool things, but it's not a thing in South Africa, and like it's not a need. Like we don't need robots. We probably do, but like if you make a robot, who's gonna afford it? You know, we don't have money in this country. So that's my thing, that's what's up. Second expectation that I had, right, is the fact that I'm just gonna be writing code with the requirements ready for me and everything translated, you know, ready for me to just write code. Like, because you know in university what you would get is your what you call, when you get like a question paper, it says, oh, and a lady build an app that's gonna help keep track on whatnot. No, you know, and oh well, make sure it does this, make sure it does that, you know, like ready, man, like ready for me to like code my life away. But no, my darling, that's not how it works. In some instances you have to build the question paper. Okay, too often you have to build it, you know the question paper or the assignment where it has the requirements of what your system or your mini program needs to do. You need to be the writer behind it. Like, you know, what, like let's say they're gonna be like, oh, my chickens are dying, like whatever, and then you need to come up with like different things, unless if there's like okay, we'll get to that later. Unless if it's like an existing system, let me just talk about it. And then there's like business rules that you need to follow within the system and whatnot, then in that case then you would need to have a background. But if you're building from scratch and there's no requirements and you just have the Smolanian statement that you have to sort of you know elaborate on, fine, there's BAs who do that, but in some instances you need to do it yourself. All right, okay. So for the fact that yes, you would have to write requirements and all that stuff, it's also as important to also know that you're going to be doing a lot of documentation, even if it's not a lot, like already there's other people who are going to be involved, so you don't have to do a lot, but you still need to do your documentation in terms of your system or solution design, to know what it is that you were doing. Or if it was like a fix, then you say what you were fixing. If it's a new functionality, then you document it. I think this is meant to, so for when you're not there, kubane, like when you're in a lady and you resign. So it's helpful for the other developers to like quickly read and, you know, get accustomed to what it is that you were doing. Because any comment a code, Nina, you don't add comments in your code. So at least documentation will give like a young overview of what it is that you were doing on that project or program. So yes, also Mdazakaya, there's a lot of debugging. Okay, for as much as yes, there's documentation and other things, but there's just too much debugging. Let's say you are fixing code, like for instance, you debugging code that was written in 1960. Imagine that's a kind, not even my mom was born then. But that's not the point. But you work. You work, you know. So I think when you come into the workspace, just, you know, open yourself up to doing all sorts of things, and also communicating with clients. That is also what you do. Okay, basically. Another expectation that I've had was the fact that technical skills is all you need to survive, is all you need to like soldier on, be the baby girl, be the baby boy, and be like, you know what, I know what a class and an object is, I know what this, you know, like you know your stuff, you know, like, yeah, like at some point not even at some point, but like generally that's not all you need. You actually do need soft skills, because too often you are working in a team and you need to know how to work with people. I mean, that's the most important thing. I cannot stress it enough. You need to know how to treat people. You need to know how to communicate with people, because there's different types of personalities around, and you know, you sort of need to, you know, manipulate that string to an integer when need be. Do you understand? Like, don't always, you know, sometimes you must cast like downcast and upcast type of vibes. Okay, so that's also very, very much important. And also dealing with clients, sometimes you would have like conflicts with clients, and you need to be the sane and calm one, child. Yeah, so I have had quite like instances where emotions were high and clients were angry. I mean, at me, obviously, because if I'm the one who was working on the task, so they'll be like, oh, no, lady, like, okay, like, you know, but you sort of like, I've always been like a very calm person. I don't know how to, I'm not confrontational at all. Someone comes to me shouting, I just let them be. That's a kaya. Let them be. You know, maybe they're probably going through a lot in their lives, and you just like, you know, I'm here for you. When you calm down, when you know, or get a mediator, somebody like a scrum master, a product owner, to assist in fixing or resolving the conflict. But if the client is angry with everybody or business or whatever, and I'm kidding, but it's very important to know, you know, you see the lessons that you were learning, yeah, you know, the life orientation learning outcomes, how to deal with stress, how to deal with conflict. That's where you put those things into practice, because probably your computer science degree, you never taught any of that, but what you were taught in high school, life orientation, how to deal with conflict, that's where you like, period. I'm kidding, that's where you use it basically. Initially, right? So you know, most in okay, so initially, you know, in university, when you're building a system, you're building it from scratch, you create your own requirements, you do your own research, you do your own wada, right? So that to me created an illusion. Yobana, even when I moved to the workplace, I'm going to be building new stuff. Fine, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm building new systems from scratch. Do you understand? I know I'm cool and I'm amazing. You don't have to praise me, I know. But anyway, so when I started out, I thought I was gonna, that was even before I yeah, started my previous job, but I thought that really, like that's what happens in workplaces. You get to work on new projects from scratch, write new systems and whatnot. Was I not disappointed? Oh boy. I thought to myself, Banaibo, like, you know, when you get to a team and already there's classes for you to use, I'm like, but can I do polymorphism? Like, can someone give me a chance to showcase my skills? Can I do some method overloading, method overriding? You know, so it was a different ball game. So that's just how the company does their things. Not that everyone does it like that, but I was really disappointed when they were like, oh, this is broken, fix it. I'm like, oh, I mean, me? I thought I was writing new things. But anyway, that was just the case. I was really disappointed because I was just like, how, guys, am I not creating some pages? Like, I did get to do that, like, but I thought I was gonna create things from scratch, but no, you're gonna have to debug something that was written by a hololo in 1994 when Nelson Mandela was released. I'm not sure when he was released from prison, but like, yeah, something along those lines. It really sagged and disappointing because I had expectation, y'all. I mean, being the awesome and amazing, you know, software developer that I am, I mean, I know I want to build things from scratch, you know. You don't know how beautiful it is, you know, seeing something from inception and growing and becoming a real thing and being part of the process, instead of like, basically how it equated is to, let's say you meet this person, your partner, and you find them with a kid, you know, and the kid is already like 10 years old. Like, where's the fun in that? Like, I want to change diapers, I want to go trial and error with this baby, but now the partner already has a baby. Now it's quite like, okay, we'll wash the clothes, at least we'll contribute something, but you know, you just want to be involved in the process. It's fun seeing the baby grow, taking the first step, and now already Dalia about. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. Say bye.